Hi, Sissy. I got a call from my sister yesterday, and she watched both of my shows that I have up, my brand new show, Flower Philosophy, that I actually started the concept in 2011 and finally moved forward on it because I was able to do so. And she said she liked it, so thank you very much. So I'm going to kind of advance it. I'm more motivated than ever to continue with my journey of love and to spread the word of being a better person, being more organized. So this is the gift that my sister ended up giving me, which is the Coco Chanel Mademoiselle, and I'm probably choking a few people, but I just love it so much, so thank you so much. I received in the mail something from another good person. My sister is a great person, and she takes very good care of my mother. So I received a phone call about a week ago from a woman who wanted to send her parents flowers, but she wanted a specialty card, something that she picked out, and she's in New York, I'm in Florida. So she sent this to me, and I opened it up, and it's happy anniversary, Mom and Dad. What a wonderful child to send flowers and a gift to her parents on their anniversary. It's very special to receive flowers. I know that for sure. And I want to encourage people to send flowers. And if you call my service, dialarose.com, if you're local, it's $19.84. And see, there's my business card right there. Okay? And yesterday, which was a special day for me, I got a few gifts in, and one of them was this from Michael. I did name the Prince Michael bouquet after him. Michael and I have been friends for 12 years, and he's a wonderful, caring person, wonderful parent, etc. And gave me this little board here. And when I was in the womb, you know, my family, my dad, etc., his friends, they were all musicians. So I think I started playing guitar as soon as I came into the world. I'm not sure, but I don't have any recollection of not being a musician. But I always thought, well, what would I have been, you know, if I had my own choosing? And I think it would have been a professor or something. So I'm going to write this one formula that I think is really important, and it's called Synergy. And this is what I kind of have used throughout my career to build my business for 30 years. Well, how do you do it? You know, there's a little magic in everything, a little cosmic in everything. And there's a term called synergy. So 2 plus 2 equals 5. Okay, 2 plus 2 doesn't equal 4 in the cosmic world. It equals 5. If you build your business and you give it all that you have, you add all of the elements together, they will increase more than the actual physical numbers. So, for example, in my business, the roundabout way of advertising ties everything in to increase the sales cosmically. The cosmic is everything. We can be directed in our lives by our dreams if we will simply believe that our dreams do make a difference. So, last night, I had been praying for specific dreams, and I got one. And it was very interesting. Someone came into my dream and told me exactly what their concerns were. So as soon as I woke up this morning, they got a text at 6:30 in the morning. They were so relieved to hear from me, and now she's on her way right now. So I'm happy that I could be directed by my dreams, and you can too. God speaks to us in our dreams and visions. So we have an order going out this morning from a wonderful son to his mom, and it's for a birthday. So I'm going to go ahead and put the bouquet together and talk about the 12 Rainbow Vase Deluxe. This is a wonderful arrangement. A very popular bouquet. It has 12 roses in it. So I'm going to take my greens, which I enjoy, and I'm going to go ahead and cut them and put them in the vase, creating a nest. When you make a bouquet, even if you go outside and pick flowers, the first thing after you put your water and your preservative is your nest. Make something pretty with greens. in South Florida, and I know everywhere in the country, there's beautiful foliage out there. Look around. I look around at leaves. I'm crazy for foliage. I look around at leaves, and they're so magnificent. There is this spray. Now, you can get this at probably arts and crafts places. It's a gloss that if you put it on your greens, it just makes them shine, and it looks lovely. It's a nice added touch. So if you'll go and get yourself some, maybe if you feel like making yourself a flower bouquet, put your greens in. Sometimes I'll go and cut 3 or 4 different types of greens. I grow greens at my house. We have all different kinds of greens. I would say, I know there's 6 that we grow, and then there's extra ones that are starting to grow that we use, and we want to transplant and move here and move there. I went up to Gainesville about 6 months ago, and I saw the most amazing greens, and I cut sprigs, and I put them in water and grew them. So I have them. Okay, I can't wait to get the proper lens for my GoPro camera, because that goes for half hour, 45 minutes, you could still be filming. This camera goes like 3 or 4 minutes, and it cuts off, and I have to upload it and then film again, and I lose my train of thought. But I think I was talking about making a bouquet earlier, and then I started talking about peach roses. I just want to show you that. I don't know if you could see how amazing that color is. Peach means affection. If you go to my website, you'll see stylearose.com, rose meanings. It'll give you the meanings of the roses, and they do stand for different things. Like, for example, white is truth, honesty, sincerity. Also, white is used a lot for funerals. I do get requests to send them for funerals. And sometimes what I like to do, I get requests to paint the flowers. So I'll do bouquets with tips, like a blue tip or something, whatever the customer wants for their color choice. Some people have specific meanings. If it's a baby boy, sometimes I'll take lavender roses and go ahead and tip them blue, and it looks very, very nice, and it's always fun to do. Sometimes I wire every single rose, sometimes I don't. It really depends on how I think the rose will look in the bouquet naturally. This right here is called Opus. There's another one called Cool Water, and these are lavender roses. Now, a girl came in, a woman, I did the prom flowers for her very sweet, handsome son. She comes in. I don't have walk-in customers, but I let her come in, and she saw the lavender rose. I ordered purple. Well, there is a purple rose called Jacaranda, and when I was a kid, very young, doing dial-a-rose in California, they had Jacaranda roses. They do not carry them here in South Florida. Ecuador doesn't grow them. If Ecuador grew them, I would be getting them. Highly fragrant. There are no purple roses that deeply purple around here. Anyway, she proceeded to go psycho on me. I was so caught off guard, telling me how I ruined her son's prom, and how I basically destroyed the world because the color of the rose looked pink. And yes, maybe it does. You know, if she had been kind to me or human, I would have taken a spray and given it color, but I was so, she had me shaking. You know, we need to motivate each other with our kindness, our understanding of others', you know, frailties. She caught me off guard. I was alone in my studio. I don't even accept walk-ins, but I did it for her to be kind, and here she just floored me. So we don't know sometimes the effect we're having on other people when we unleash. So I'm going to say, what is our kind deed for the day today to make up for all the mistakes that we've made? If we do one little kind act extra, or one thing to get our lives a little more organized extra on a daily basis, and say, okay, this is going to be my kind act for the day, or this is going to be my, I'm going to be more organized act of the day, because the more organized we are, the more we could do for others. And that's the true joy in living, when we give to others. There's just nothing like giving, and a lot of people understand that. There's a lot of philanthropy out there. And you know, America was always a top contributor to charities, and we haven't been able to be as charitable as we normally are because the banks have been robbing us for so long. I wrote Bank of Thieves in 2007 when I noticed that they were doing very unkind things. And you know, Bank of America hired a company, a software company, to manipulate the debits before the credits and gave them 20% of the take in overdraft fees. So we have not been able to spend like we used to be able to spend. So one of our charitable things that we should do for ourselves is to watch very carefully our bank accounts, you know, get streamlined where we only need maybe one account. And I know there's people out there that are more complicated, but if we got back to a simpler system with our finances, we would be better off. So I think one of the kind acts that I'm going to do, I have to think about it. I think it's easy for me to say, okay, I'm going to give a bouquet to somebody, and maybe that's what I'll do today. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll hire somebody. It was interesting because just before I started filming, someone had called me. I was doing my hair, you know, putting my fun stuff in my hair, and someone had called me for work. And he's been calling me for so long, and I haven't had work for him. And I was just thinking as I was doing my hair that if I don't get one of my crew to do the functions that I need immediately, I'm going to hire someone. 4 seconds later, the phone rings. So it kind of tells me that maybe it's time to hire him, see how he does, and if it doesn't work out, we don't continue. So maybe that'll be my good deed today. Give someone hope, even if it means that I have less. Because in the flower industry, it is not flowery.